The 1960s was a decade of revolution, not only in social norms, but also in the automotive industry. This era saw automotive design and engineering reach new heights, producing vehicles that were sleek, powerful, and unforgettable. From muscle cars that ruled American roads to sports cars that conquered racing circuits, the 1960s had something for every car enthusiast. Join us as we delve into the top 10 cars of the 1960s. The Ford Mustang is more than a car, it's an American cultural icon. Its story began in the early 1960s, when the U.S. auto industry saw rising demand for affordable sporty cars, or pony cars. Ford, eager to join the trend, entrusted visionary executive Lee Iacocca with the project. Iacocca aimed to create a car that was stylish and accessible, capturing the interest of a new generation. In just 18 months, Iacocca's team designed the Mustang, named after a World War II fighter plane. Unveiled by Henry Ford at the 1964 World's Fair, the Mustang was essentially a Ford Falcon with a new body, built at the same plant in Dearborn, Michigan. To buyers, it was fresh, a moderately priced personal car that seated four. Initially dismissed by some as a secretary's car, the Mustang's sporty look and appeal to young baby boomers made it an instant hit, selling 22,000 units on its first day alone. The 1964 Mustang, available as a coupe or convertible with 6-cylinder and V8 engine options, quickly became a symbol of American car culture, making it the longest produced Ford car nameplate. The Chevy Camaro emerged as a rapid response by GM to counter the success of the Ford Mustang. The Mustang's debut in 1964 caught most off guard, leaving Chevy scrambling to provide an affordable sporty car. The rear-engine Corvair fell short, and the boxy Chevy 2 Nova lacked the appeal needed to rival the Mustang. Although ideas for a supernova had been floated before the Mustang's release, it wasn't until August 1964 that GM fast-tracked the competitor into production. The result was a Camaro on showroom floors by fall 1966, just over 2 years later. To create the first Camaro, Chevrolet used the compact Chevy 2 Nova platform. Like the original Mustang was primarily based on the Falcon, the Camaro borrowed heavily from Nova components, featuring a hybrid structure of unibody with a front subframe. The Pontiac Firebird is an American car produced by Pontiac from 1967 to 2002. Designed as a pony car to rival the Ford Mustang, it was introduced on February 23, 1967, just 5 months after Chevrolet launched its platform-sharing Camaro. The Firebird is Pontiac's version of the Camaro. The first-generation Firebird featured distinctive Coke bottle styling, similar to its Chevrolet cousin. It showcased Pontiac's unique design, with integrated bumpers creating a more streamlined appearance. Its rear slit taillights drew inspiration from the 1966-67 Pontiac GTO and Grand Prix. Available as both a two-door hardtop and a convertible through 1969, the Firebird initially served as a consolation prize for Pontiac, which had aimed to develop a two-seat sports car based on its original Banshee concept. However, GM was concerned this would impact Corvette sales and allowed Pontiac to enter the pony car market by sharing the F-body platform. Pontiac launched 5 Firebird models in 1967, and the car remained in production until 2002, spanning 4 generations over 35 years. Since its debut in 1953, the Corvette has progressively moved up market. Originally a lightweight 6-cylinder convertible, it evolved with V8 engines, innovative chassis designs, and a rear mid-engine layout, earning its place among supercars. The first 3 generations, 1953 to 1983, featured body-on-frame construction, while the C4 generation launched in 1983 marked the shift to GM's unibody Y-body platform. For 7 generations until 2019, Corvettes maintained a front mid-engine configuration before transitioning to a rear mid-engine layout with the C8 generation. Spanning 8 generations, labeled C1 to C8, the Corvette is known for its performance, distinctive styling, lightweight fiberglass or composite bodywork, and competitive pricing. While other American manufacturers like American Motors, Ford, and Chrysler produced mass-market two-seater competitors, the Corvette is the only one continuously manufactured by a U.S. automaker, serving as Chevrolet's flagship model. The first Corvette, a convertible, debuted as a concept car at the 1953 GM Motorama, with production models hitting the market later that year. In 1963, the second generation was introduced in both coupe and convertible styles, solidifying the Corvette's reputation as America's sports car. The Chevrolet Chevelle is one of the brand's most successful and versatile models. with configurations that span two-door, four-door, convertible, station wagon, and even coupe utility options. Over 3 generations as the Chevelle and 2 more under the Malibu name, millions were sold from its 1964 debut through 2002. During the muscle car heyday of the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Chevelle SS was Chevrolet's dependable powerhouse. Unlike the Corvette and Camaro, which were fast yet often seen as sporty or flashy, the Chevelle SS was a powerful working man's machine. The Chevelle's platform was adaptable and versatile, evolving over decades. Originally a straightforward midsize vehicle, it grew into a muscle car icon, excelled on NASCAR tracks, served as a luxury ride, and transformed into a front-wheel drive compact sedan. As one of the greatest muscle cars ever built, the Chevelle also became the best seller among them, with more than 2.5 million units sold in its first 2 generations alone. The Chevelle wasn't just a model, but a foundation for a whole family of vehicles, including sporty 2-door and convertible versions, practical 4-doors and station wagons, and even the iconic El Camino. The Dodge Charger was launched in the middle of the 1966 model year, based on the Chrysler B-body platform also used by the Dodge Coronet. Sharing key components with the 2-door Coronet, it featured a sleek fastback roofline inspired by AMC's 1965 Marlin. The Charger targeted more mature buyers, positioning itself as a substantial alternative to smaller pony cars. The Charger's interior had 4 bucket seats, a center console extending to the rear seats, and race-inspired gauges. Its front fascia introduced hidden headlights behind a wide grille, while the back featured a wall-to-wall taillight design. Initially marketed as a sporty luxury model, the 1966 and 1967 Chargers didn't sell well. Its fastback design, with extended front and rear overhangs, looked tall and somewhat awkward on the intermediate-sized frame, a challenge similar to AMC's Marlin. However, the Charger's story changed dramatically with a redesign in 1968. Originally slated for 35,000 units, overwhelming demand led to an additional 96,100 Chargers produced to keep up with enthusiasm. The Pontiac GTO is often recognized as one of the earliest influential American muscle cars, though it is not the first. The term muscle car emerged in the 1960s to describe high-performance, mid-size vehicles with powerful V8 engines, designed for straight-line speed. Introduced in 1964, the Pontiac GTO is credited with popularizing the muscle car genre and launching the muscle car era of the 1960s and 1970s. It was the first mid-sized car to offer a high-performance package as a regular production option, featuring a robust 389 cubic inch V8 engine, sporty styling, and aggressive marketing that appealed to younger buyers and enthusiasts seeking an exhilarating driving experience. The GTO was built on a formula that hot rodders and racers had been using for decades, pairing a larger engine with a lighter car. The 1964 Tempest-based GTO, known for its straight-line acceleration, became a massive success, prompting other manufacturers to adopt a similar approach, sparking the muscle car craze. The GTO's success inspired American automakers to produce their own muscle cars, including the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, and Dodge Charger, solidifying the muscle car movement. The AC Cobra, one of the most iconic cars in automotive history, has a fascinating backstory. Former race car driver Carroll Shelby approached AC Cars, proposing to install a Ford V8 engine into their AC Ace model. AC agreed, leading to the birth of the Cobra in 1962. Initially released as the 4.2-liter Cobra 289, it was later upgraded to the formidable 7.0-liter Cobra 427. While the AC Cobra originated in Britain, it truly made its mark in the United States, where it's known as the Shelby Cobra. In its most extreme version, the Cobra could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds and achieve a top speed of 165 miles per hour. According to legend, Shelby once challenged passengers to grab a $100 bill he placed at the base of the windshield. If they could overcome the Cobra's acceleration and reach it before hitting 60 miles per hour, the cash was theirs. Although limited in production, the AC Cobra's power and iconic status inspired countless replicas. By 1968, many muscle cars were evolving into pricier models with added features. In contrast, Plymouth developed the Roadrunner to provide a lower-priced, basic trim option alongside its upscale GTX, emphasizing performance. Chrysler aimed to capture the muscle car market with an affordable model. To achieve this, they paid Warner Brothers $50,000 for naming rights to the iconic Roadrunner character. Plymouth equipped 1968 Plymouth Satellites with powerful V8 engines, added decals, and gave birth to the Roadrunner. Initially projected to sell around 20,000 units in 1968, actual sales soared to 45,000, making it the third best-selling muscle car that year. Ford produced the Torino from 1968 to 1976, positioning it as a competitor in the intermediate market segment. The Torino catered to a wide range of automotive needs, with fastback and convertible designs rivaling pony cars and a station wagon appealing to families. Although most Torinos were conventional cars, the four-door sedans and two-door hardtops were the most popular models. High-performance muscle car versions came with powerful engines like the 428 and 429 Cobra jet engines, and the Torino served as the foundation for Ford's NASCAR entries.